What's good, everybody? This is Robo from All Bark, back with another video. Today on the channel, we'll be doing another Summer League recap, going over the 8 games played yesterday on Day 2 in Las Vegas. I'm going to be doing these recap videos for every day that's going on in Vegas, so I'll be posting on here each of the next 9 days. So let's go ahead and get started with the first game of the day. The Miami Heat took down the Boston Celtics despite missing Jaime Jaquez Jr. in this one due to injury. The Heat were led by big man Orlando Robinson, who had an incredible game and arguably the best performance of the day with 36 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists, as well as a pair of blocks. He was super efficient with his jumpers as well, knocking down 3 triples and going 7 for 8 from the stripe. Second-year forward Nikola Jovic had another decent performance, going for 14 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block on this one. Point guard Drew Smith shot an efficient 6 of 13 for 16 points and racked up 7 assists and 3 steals for Miami. Rookie undrafted signing Drew Peterson had a strong shooting night, knocking down 3 triples to help him score 13 points. For the Boston Celtics, it was the Jordan Wall show as he put up 4 3-pointers in his Summer League debut, going off for 18 points and playing a strong defensive game with 2 steals and a block as well. If his jumper comes around at this level, he can be a big-time bench piece for Boston's championship hopes. J.D. Davidson finished with a double-double as he scored 14 points and dished out 11 assists. And Justin Bean dropped in a strong 13-point, 7-board, 3-assist performance as a starter for Boston in this one. The best performer off the bench for either team in this game was undoubtedly Jay Scrubb for the Celtics, dropping in 17 points and a couple steals in just 23 minutes of action.
Height advantage about 8 inches over Davidson. And 1. Champagnie open. He'll make you pay.
Field by Jordan Walsh gave him enough space.
Smith to Robinson. Open. Passes up the long shot. Gets it to Robinson.
Don't show him everything, Orlando.
Bean. Bucket. Smith open.
Somebody has to come
Scrub over Robinson.
Beautiful shot by Jay Scrubb. Drew Smith is starting to feel it.
Back to Walsh. Mid-range.
Point guard position, and this is what he has to do.
Up top to Walsh. Walsh pulling, popping. Oh, the nice pass to Azubuike. Williams beats the buzzer. Bang! Robinson from long. Wonderful defense. Robinson. 30 on the Smith on the break to Williams. Way too strong.
J.D. Davidson, open court. Let's go.
Beat. And 1. Peterson to Robinson for 3 more. To Davison for 3. And David Walsh in great position, forcing that miss. But Smith kicks it out to Peterson.
Game 2 is between the Dallas Mavericks and Oklahoma City Thunder, as we saw the debut of both players involved in a draft day trade in Cason Wallace and Derek Lively. The Thunder grabbed the win with a final score of 91-80. Cason Wallace caught fire early and did not slow up, as he even hit a half-court buzzer beater in this one, knocking down 6 threes overall and going for 20 points and a couple of steals. Trey Mann didn't shoot the ball as much as he had in the past games, but still managed an efficient 11.5 assist night with a pair of steals as well. Chet Holmgren got off to a slow start in the first few minutes, but caught fire quickly later in the quarter and put up a double-double with 16 points, 10 boards, and a pair of blocks in this one. It's fairly obvious that Chet performs his best while playing the 5 for the Thunder, as the worst moments of the Summer League so far have come while sharing the floor with Jalen Williams, and I think the Thunder have a fairly easy decision to make when it comes to where Chet fits into the starting lineup. Ousmane Dieng shot the ball well, going 5 for 9, including a few threes, dropping in 13 points overall. Jared Butler had another solid game off the bench for OKC, going for 9 points and 5 assists in just 16 minutes. I really hope a team is watching him play this summer and either offers him a two-way spot or at least gives him a solid opportunity in the G League, as he's well deserving of that. Keontae Johnson played for the Thunder as well, going for 7 and 6 in 18 minutes off the bench. For Dallas, Jaden Hardy was balling out, dropping in 24 points and 6 boards across 30 minutes. He did not look to pass the ball much, as the Mavs are definitely prioritizing his offensive development as a bench piece for the team this season. Derek Lively didn't play much in this one, but was really effective when he did, guarding Chet Holmgren well and ended up with 4 points and 5 boards across 16 minutes of action. Omax Prosper made his Summer League debut as well, playing 17 minutes, and he shot 3 for 4 from the floor for a total of 7 points, and had a few really nice moments on the defensive side of the ball as well. AJ Lawson had a solid game on both ends, putting up 11 points and 3 steals in 24 minutes. And undrafted rookie Mike Miles didn't see too much action, but in his 14 minutes he had a couple of shots, going for 7 points and a pair of assists.
Ousmane Dieng with the 3. Pass down the baseline. Here comes the run. Oh, Lawson with a great
Good decision right.
The threes haven't been falling for OKC of late, and they go. And they break the tie here with Hardy. Yestible's second-year man pace, 17 for Hardy. Case and Wallace, regardless of the outcome in box score lines for other players, is Butler forced trying to get out of this broadcast position to make way for Mark Jones. Hardly. But Holmgren, good look at a three.
Great
Johnson.
rebound.
On the other end has 7 different players with a made three today. Misses on the three. Great pass down. Clock's at 3. He sees it. Half court. Of course. High turnover. Lawson. Wow. You're
for player of the year.
Yep, the West is not easy, that's for sure, but OKC gets second team minutes. How about that baseball pass?
Sure.
Second level. Case and Wallace is good.
Game 3 of the day was between the 76ers and Knicks as Philadelphia took the dub 110-101, led again by Jaden Springer. Springer put up 23 points in this one on a much more efficient clip, going 8 for 14. Terquavion Smith continued to show his presence as a shot maker, knocking down some more triples, finishing with 13 points, 5 assists. And on the defensive side of the ball, he was everywhere in this one with a strong effort, putting up 3 steals and 3 blocks at the guard spot, which was super impressive to see. Javonte Smart didn't shoot the ball well in this one, but he finished with a strong 17 points and 5 assists. Ricky Council had a big game with an efficient 14 and 8 and picked up a block on the other end as well. Filip Putrasev went 6 for 8 from the floor for a 13.5 rebound day across just 21 minutes. And another strong bench performance came from both DJ Stewart and Greg Brown in this one for Philly, as both finished in double figures. Brown was able to collect 3 blocks defensively, and Stewart was all over the floor, grabbing 6 boards, 4 dimes, and 2 steals in this one. On the losing side of the things was the Knicks in this game, who did not put many true rookies on their Summer League roster as they didn't have any picks in this draft. Daquan Jeffries was the player of the game for New York, dropping in 20 points and picked up a pair of blocks. Charlie Brown Jr. went off for 17 points and 3 steals across 30 minutes. And off the bench, the Knicks got a strong game out of former overtime elite player Jalen Martin, who scored 12 points in 25 minutes of action. Marcus Garrett was super efficient off the bench in this one for the Knicks, going 5 for 7, finishing with 11 points and a few assists as well.
The steal by Brown. Throw it down. Springer on top. That one.
Able to shoot that one.
Heels inside to Roby. Springer from outside.
Ooh, again.
Cash in. Council, the mismatch against Roby. Gets all the way to Jeffries from the mid-range. Jeffries to the basket, and this would be a big opportunity for the Knicks to stop the 76ers. There you go. Smart, not, and is short. Springer on the fast break. Springer overkill. The 19-year-old Martin on the break. It is pinned down. Stewart to Smart. Hey, instead of free throws, give up a 3. And the throw. Foster, 3. Oh, I thought you were saying the other way again.
What's wrong with him? I just think they gave him some other guys that they wanted to see play. They saw enough from him.
Stewart, Springer to the basket. Harris, that's a tough shot. Martin to Brown. Brown.
Game 4 was the one I was most excited for, as we got to see the debuts of 4 first-round picks, including number 5 and number 6 overall picks, Asar Thompson and Anthony Black. And this game did not disappoint. The Pistons won this one 89-78 thanks to Jalen Duren's big-time performance, including a couple of unexpected shooting flashes, as he knocked down a 3-pointer in this game, as well as a couple ISO mid-range pull-ups. Duren finished with 17 points and 8 boards in this one, and could have had more if he was able to convert a bit more at the free throw stripe. James Wiseman had a strong game as well, going for a 16-point, 12-rebound double-double, and he also picked up a pair of blocks in the defensive end. Jaden Ivey was very eager to shoot the ball in this one, as he shot an inefficient 19 attempts, going for 14 points. However, he also grabbed 5 steals and 5 assists in the game, and it may have been his only game of the Summer League, as we'll have to see tomorrow when they play the Rockets. I will say, defensively, outside the 5 steals, he honestly looked a lot better guarding the ball. He had mentioned that earlier in the game that he really wanted to make an emphasis this offseason on improving defensively, as it was all about effort and just energy on the defensive end with him, and he looked a lot better and a lot more involved on the defensive end of this one. Rookie Asar Thompson had a pretty strong debut despite very low usage offensively, as he was all over the floor, dropping 7 points and 9 boards, and he picked up 3 assists and 3 blocks as well as a steal in this contest. His athleticism and court vision was on display all night, and defensively he was very rarely beat off the dribble and was wreaking havoc all night against Orlando. Fellow first-round pick Marcus Sasser knocked down a pair of threes, going for 10 points, 2 assists, and a steal. His defense was as good as advertised, and he's definitely an aggressive and confident defender and would guard anyone on a switch-up close and personal. For Orlando, the performer of the game was Anthony Black, going for 17 points, 5 assists, 5 boards, and 3 steals. He was fairly sloppy with the ball at times, having 7 turnovers, but again, it's his first taste of Summer League, and I think the shot-making flashes are much more important to see rather than some careless turnovers that almost every guard will struggle with early on. He shot 7 for 10 from the floor overall and just looked very in control despite facing a strong defensive presence with Marcus Sasser and Asar Thompson, and even an improved defending version of Jaden Ivey tonight. Guard Kevin Harris was the leading scorer with 21 points, shooting 8 of 13 from the floor. Very strong performance out of him tonight. Jet Howard didn't have his most efficient night, but the shot-making ability was on display as well as some connecting, as he picked up 4 assists in this one, and defensively he had active hands grabbing 3 steals in his 30 minutes of action. Caleb Houston unsurprisingly unloaded the clip from deep, knocking down 4 triples for all 12 of his points.
And the shrinking of the court.
Wait till October comes around.
Yeah, really.
See that speed turn up even more.
Really, the speed.
Great to get right back in it. 5-point lead for the Pistons. Foul and 1. Detroit has owned the glass here this afternoon, plus 15. And
One cutter went through, made the right decision.
so my Uber driver picks me up yesterday with Vegas Gold Oklahoma City Blue in the G League. Here's Black with the Euro. Goes to the left hand.
Good.
17 for Black. Cazelat. Ivy high off the glass.
Game 5 was between the Memphis Grizzlies and Chicago Bulls. The Grizzlies took this one 87-80 thanks to another great game from Kenny Lofton Jr. He shot 8 for 14 overall, including a couple of threes, finishing with a team-high 23 points, and nabbed 5 stocks defensively as well. Jake LaRavia wasn't seeing his jumper go down much, but was perfect from the stripe on 8 attempts, finishing with 15 points overall. Defensively, he swatted away 3 shots and grabbed a steal as well. Jacob Gilyard had an impressive 11.8 assist start, going 4 for 4 from the floor. David Roddy and Vince Williams combined to shoot just 2 of 12 from deep, but it didn't matter much in the end as the Grizzlies were still able to grab the win. And lastly, rookie Gigi Jackson got to play 21 minutes off the bench in this one and finished with 9 points, hitting 3 triples on 6 attempts. For Chicago, the performance of the night went to Javon Freeman Liberty as he dropped in 24 points, 6 boards, and 5 assists, shooting efficiently in the process. Second-year forward Dalen Terry was not getting much to fall in this one as he took 21 shots to put up just 17 points, but he picked up 3 assists and a pair of steals in this game still. Jonte Porter had another decent game off the bench, finishing with 7 points and 2 blocks in just 14 minutes of action.
Rangy got a hand on that ball. It's a steal for Chicago. Terry up top. 6'6", 255 at Colorado State. As
Skill set in this situation here.
Right.
I think for me, I want to.
Not only did he win the state title in discus, he was second in
Not that one. That was obviously a turnover. The one before. Oh,
Roddy.
Assists don't match what he's doing. Great play.
Darling back out to Jonte Porter. Teed up. Nearly lost it. Over to Darling in the corner. And it's a 6.
Yep.
The NBA level 73-74. That's sort of neither here nor there. Got up 4 shots. None has fallen for him.
Oh, good roll.
Otero slips the pick. Gilyard turns the corner into the paint. Lofton. Body on body, up and in.
Got about a 4th round.
Terry 4-14 so far. He has 14 points. Ooh, 7 NBA games.
Just scoring the basketball, creating opportunities for his teammates. And same with him. Some milk.
You know, if the charge is taken against Roddy.
4 in crunch time, right? Under 6 minutes, we're pretty crunchy.
Oturu handles Terry all by his lonesome.
There it is.
Leads 5 now.
That elbow.
Into Oturu. Minutes to play here.
Been a barn burner.
Freeman Liberty gives it up. Gives it. Gilyard. Extra pass. Gigi Jackson. LaRavia. Over to Gilyard. Gigi Jackson.
In Game 6, we got to see another top 10 pick matchup that was involved in another minor draft night trade as the Indiana Pacers and Washington Wizards faced off, with the Pacers taking home the W. This game was a blowout by halftime, but a major third quarter swing by the Wizards kept it tight until the end, and we saw some big-time performances in this one. For Indiana, who else other than Benedict Mathurin could drop in 27 points to secure the win? He took a lot of shots to get there, but it was very efficient at the rim in this one. Isaiah Jackson had a huge game, going for 21 and 14, missing just 2 shots on 12 attempts, and he swatted 3 shots away as well. Jarris Walker had a major defensive showing, collecting 3 steals and 3 blocks in the game. Personally, I thought I saw him have a 4th steal, but it was credited to another player. But despite an off shooting night, he was absolutely incredible defensively. I truly would not be surprised at all to see his name pop up on first team all defense in a year or two from now. He ended the game with 8 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists as well. Just an incredible pick by the Pacers, and I think he fits in perfectly with almost every team in the NBA at the 4th spot. Andrew Nembhard put up 14 points and was very hot early on, but he cooled off later in the game. He also racked up 8 assists as well, but that did come with 8 turnovers. Kendall Brown was nice to see with a strong performance off the bench, going 4 for 6 from the floor for 9 points and ended up with 5 blocks total as well. For the Wizards, Johnny Davis underperformed a bit, yet again, which I was hoping wouldn't happen, as he did score 17 points, but that came on 18 attempts. I was very surprised, however, to not see him shoot 1 free throw at all game. 7th overall pick Bilal Coulibaly ended this game with 9 points on 13 shots, but his impact was mostly felt on the defensive end as he was guarding just about everyone on the floor here and there, and he looked really solid instinctually in his minutes. Patrick Baldwin made his Wizards debut, going for 13 points and 3 blocks off the bench, and a pretty solid game.
Much like potentially the play-in tournament, which was met with reluctance, Jackson slams it up against Vucevic. The stare down 3 on the way late. DeMarco telling me during COVID, they got into every available. Owned by former Spur Tony Parker. Nice move. Mathurin sequence. Cooks out to Davis for 3. Brown on the move. Below. Walker fires the 3. And Jackson back to Baldwin. That's a great action. 6-point lead for the Pacers. Tough move and finish.
Washington.
Baldwin got a good look, feet set. Jackson rejects the screen, got into the paint, and got blocked by Walker. Brown on the break at the other end, finishes and 1.
And who he is as a connector on the floor. Handoff is his attitude and his approach to the game.
No doubt. Will Dawkins, general manager of the Wizards. Thanks a lot for joining us. Coulibaly goes up by a bucket with just over 6.5 minutes to go, but not for
a team that has not won 50 games. Just Coulibaly.
Brown with another rebound. Somebody got a piece underneath. Jackson. Nembhard off the screen. Elbow 15-footer. Going to try and get to that while I'm. Davis using that body and got 1 possession ball game. Nembhard with the hezzy. Tough make. Baldwin. Walker bounce pass. Jack. Boy, that ball was in the air for a long time. Jackson.
The second to last game of the day came between the Milwaukee Bucks and Phoenix Suns. The Bucks took the win to a final score of 84-75. Marjon Beauchamp was really good yet again, going for 20 points and 6 boards with some solid defense in this game. He's starting to look like a potential year 2 breakout candidate to make an impact in the regular season rotation. Rookie Andre Jackson filled up the stat sheet yet again, going for 6 points, 11 boards, 2 assists, and a steal. And the last pick of the draft, Chris Livingston, finished with 10 points, 6 boards, and 3 assists in his 28 minutes of action. Taco Fall was much better this time around for the Bucks, going 5 for 6 from the field for 10 points, and he had 3 blocks as well. Nico Mannion took a huge step back, shooting just 2 for 14 in this one, but he was able to collect 6 assists in the process. Tyler Cook was undoubtedly the best player off the bench for the Bucks tonight, going for 14 points on a 7 of 8 shooting night. For the Phoenix Suns, second-round pick Toumani Camara shined, scoring 20 points and grabbed 8 boards on a really efficient 8 for 13 night. Jordan Goodwin, who the Suns traded for when acquiring Bradley Beal, finished this game with 12 points, 4 assists, and a pair of steals in just 18 minutes. Rookie Grant Sherfield from Oklahoma had a strong 11.6 assist performance off the bench, but ultimately a poor shooting night from deep plagued the Suns in this one, as they weren't able to keep up with Milwaukee.
If you have a vet team, so you want all that to win.
Goodwin 6.
Great. Mannion wants the screen from Tyler Cook. He'll take the 3. There's 6 shots so far, 14 points. Oh, great. 5 rebounds, make it. Gave it up, got it back. He'll try the 3.
knocks it.
Rose up and made the three.
Good possession for him. Sherfield up top. Back to Beauchamp. Goes to his left. Finishes with the right. Turn down the screen from Jemison. Will fire away. Mid-range.
Undersized a little bit, mid-range. Buck use that big screen.
To the elbow. Push it up. Going to the rim this time. Kamara will shake and bake. Ball has the answer there. Got to get farther away from the rim than that to get it past that guy. Livingston on him from fall if he wants it. Shoots it. He does. Hesitation.
Elite, physical, massive, strong moves. He actually started out as a football player, a wide receiver, and a
was Livingston. Had a steam. Jemison.
I like this
overtime elite. Tyler Cook. Good playing the ball. Sherfield got it to Kamara. Randall picked up the dribble to Beauchamp. Had a steam inside.
He carries out through the rest of the guys.
Coach,
that's right.
Coach, thanks a bunch. Have a great summer. Enjoy your time out.
And roll to the hoop.
Ball rolling. Field. Good. And into Andre Jackson.
Best defender on Taco so he can roam.
Ball over Kamara.
In the final game of the day, the Utah Jazz took down the Los Angeles Clippers by a final score of 105-99. The Utah Jazz were still without 9th overall pick Taylor Hendricks and 28th overall pick Bryce Sensabaugh, but rookie Keontae George exploded for 33 points and 10 assists, and arguably the best performance of the day and one of the best of the Summer League so far, as he managed to shoot 50% in the process. Ochai Agbaji was a great second option tonight, going 8 for 18 from the floor with 21 points, 9 boards, and 5 assists. And defensively, he was able to put up 3 stocks across those 30 minutes. Big man Micah Potter had a really strong game with 18 points, 9 boards, and 4 assists. Lastly, Johnny Juzang had an efficient 13 points off the bench for the Jazz, including a trio of threes. In a loss for the Clippers, Xavier Moon went off for 26 points while shooting 10 of 14 overall. He was also able to grab 4 boards as well as a pair of assists and steals. Jason Preston had an efficient 15-point, 10-assist double-double night for the Clippers, and he looked very in control on the offensive end. Moussa Diabate put up a double-double as well with a pair of blocks, going for 11 points and 12 boards. Rookie Kobe Brown almost put up a double-double of his own with an 11.9 rebound performance. Lastly, second-round rookie Jordan Miller had a solid debut with 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, but it just wasn't enough to slow down Keontae's push for victory for the Jazz.
Shot clock down to 4. Preston in the air. George sneaks open on the inbound by African-American agents, the first in history.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, Terrence Mann. Oh, nice look. That's
Agbaji going to fire another 3. This one got another one. Lost it, came right back to him. Inside, Brown. Brown going to walk down his defender. And 1. Tell you what, the ball is changing sides very well by both. Oh, great. Turned it over. Keontae George flying private. And a little room service by Williams at the other end. Agbaji drives baseline on Thomas. George for 3. Thomas hustles. Nice extra pass and
team to be able to back him up, try to help in any way, and be able to watch up close. I'm just thankful. Honestly, I'm thankful, very blessed here because of my family, because of my circle, and because of the people of God.
Figuratively speaking, of course. Oh, man, that's a... Down by 14. George with a crossover. And
so interesting, because that's the first thing Will Hardy said when he took over as a Utah Jazz, having a huge impact on his experience.
Well, that'll make his... No, Dante Jones has thrown a bunch of different defenses. George.
Oh, my.
Jazz in transition. 3-on-1. George on the lob. Moon for 3 again. Made the last one. That's 2 in a row. Got 23.
3 buckets here late.
And the turnover. Gonna launch another one. Moon. Butter.
A bunch of exciting debuts came in these games from some top draft picks as well as some major performances from a couple of guys, and that'll continue on later today in Vegas as we have another loaded slate of games. Other than that, though, that's going to be it for this Summer League recap video, guys. Thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.